Colleagues, first I'd like to thank the Los Angeles Food Policy Council and our colleagues for bringing together these heroes today. Because whenever we do a presentation like this, it's a reminder to all of us that there are so many people out in our great city who, day in and day out, contribute so much to the benefit of others. They toil, they sacrifice, they innovate, they make do with too little in order to help others. And far too often those people go unnoticed, unrecognized. And when we do presentations like this, it really is an opportunity not only for us to give recognition to these heroes who are here today, but also remind ourselves of how much good is being done in our city by people who don't ask for a word of thanks or recognition ever. And it happens every day in every corner of this city, and we ought to recognize that and be grateful that we live in this kind of a city, I think. And an example of that is my good food champion for Council District 2, who I'd like to introduce to you, Pastor Domingo Mota, the head pastor of the Winds of Hope Church in Sun Valley. For about a decade now, Pastor Mota has been distributing fruit and vegetables on Fruity Fridays in Sun Valley, and it's been a labor of love to distribute this food. But it's been much more than that. It's been an opportunity to bring community together, to build community institutions, to create the kinds of relationships that make communities great. And I want to talk a little bit about his path and how he got there. So it started about a decade ago, and he was committed to this food distribution, but the quality of the stuff that was being donated to his efforts wasn't always the best. And I think, sure as all of you who deal with donated food know that sometimes you don't get the premium quality first grade stuff. And that was the experience that Pastor Mota was dealing with. And so an opportunity came up for him to improve that, because he grew up in a family that was committed to public service, a family that featured a father that some of you may have heard of, named Manny Mota. Manny Mota, in my view, the greatest pinch hitter and one of the greatest batters that the Dodgers have had in their history. So Manny Mota, and I guess I should say on Good Food Day, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Manny Mota, thank you, Betsy. Manny Mota was not only himself committed to helping others in the Dominican Republic and here in the United States with so many of his charitable endeavors, but like his dad, Domingo also played in the Dodger organization and played professional baseball, and when he was done, he came to this effort to serve the public. As he's going through these struggles to get quality food, he noticed that his dad always seemed to have really high quality produce around the house. And so he used his dad as an avenue to reach Melissa's World Variety Products. And Melissa's World's representatives are here as well today, who saw the opportunity to help others. And Melissa's World Variety Products stepped up and provided the highest quality, freshest produce and vegetables, fruits and vegetables for Pastor Mota's distribution. Didn't charge him a thing, and so all of a sudden this program turned around completely, and he was able to serve schools, parks, homeless shelters, churches throughout the community in distributing fruits and vegetables. Whereas before, they'd get a pallet of fruit, community would come together to pick out the bad stuff, find the good stuff that could be distributed. Now it was all good stuff, and it was all going out to those who were most in need. Through this process and through building this process, he also brought the community together to participate in this distribution, and by doing that, it brought the community together for all sorts of other beneficial purposes as well. Once they found each other, just like some of our champions are finding each other here in council today, once the people in the community found each other, they were able to advocate for creation of new parks, for neighborhood watch and crime prevention, for bringing activity to our parks to try to retake them. In all sorts of ways, food was the first part of bringing people together, and then that expanded to build a more vibrant and active community in so many other ways as well. So Pastor Mota really has been more than just a distributor of food. He's been a spark plug for community evolution and activism throughout the Sun Valley area. And I couldn't be more proud to recognize him for all of his work. Our food champion, good food champion for Council District 2, Domingo Mota, and his program at the Winds of Hope Church. Congratulations. Yeah, come on, or take your visitor card.
Mr. President, I have two more very quick things.